Gilbert
and George.
We made ourselves the center of our art in 1968, and that is, we are the sculptures speaking to you.
We are trying to transverse time to send a message from ourselves to the viewer.
We are more angry at the moment.
Because people are killing each other as we speak now, all over the world. We never protest against anything. We protest for things.
We are not protesters. We have a vision of the world, but we are never actually against anything. A better world, a world that is more complicated, that you accept more. We have to accept each other, and we have to accept different levels of humanity.
There is only one sentence that everyone will sign up to, and that is, there is room for improvement. There is no end to the living sculpture.
Except when we are dead.
All artists live forever. You can describe sometimes a relative as the late aunt or my late granddad, but you never say the late Van Gogh or the late Picasso, because they live on forever, speaking from the grave. It's too early for us to be thinking about that.
After all, we could live to 120.
Modern medical advancements.
We don't want to be dead yet.
Religion is death. There are more people dying in the world today because of faith than for any other reason. The condom policy of the Vatican has resulted in tens of thousands of deaths and unhappiness and suicides and murders. Here is our picture entitled, "Was Jesus Heterosexual?" We ask the question. It is for the viewer to agonize over.
Because we know that they all mention Jesus and God, but they never mention Jesus and sex. They don't know what he was. Was he a transvestite? Was he homosexual? Was he a heterosexual? So we ask the question, and everybody can think about it.
Come to our exhibition, and for the now,
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Death, hope, life, fear, sex, money, race, and religion are the only elements that we carry with us all the time. We make our decisions with those columns upholding our roof.
We can have sex without the brain.
Sex is connected with money, money is connected with race, race is connected with religion, and so on and so forth, endlessly.
Gilbert was born in 1943 in Italy. He attended St. Martin's School of Art, where he met George. George was born in 1942 in England. He attended St. Martin's School of Art, where he met Gilbert. Upon graduating from St. Martin's School of Art virtually penniless, it was then that Gilbert and George realized that they were the art they could create, and from that moment on, they devoted themselves to a life of being living sculpture. Gilbert and George present themselves as one entity and consider their art to be both an ongoing portrait of a city and a reflection on the human condition. Everything they do, every day, is devoted to living their lives as sculpture. Dressed in tweed suits, spotlessly clean, Gilbert and George stick to a strict schedule they never deviate from. In doing so, they live their lives as art. Also, they don't even have any friends. Gilbert and George say it's to keep their art pure. They also got rid of their stove because it wastes too much of their time. One of their most famous sculptures is the one pictured above, the singing sculpture. Gilbert and George paint themselves bronze to further emphasize the fact that they are sculptures and stand on a raised platform. For 5 hours, sometimes up to 8 hours, they sing the song underneath the arches over and over to a gramophone. When the gramophone runs its course, they exchange glove and cane, reset the gramophone, and start over. They also work with video, but because of stupid, terrible, bad quality, I couldn't find anything to show you guys, unless you'd like Gilbert and George to look like they're from Minecraft. In 1971, Gilbert and George started producing their first photo pieces, large black and white photographs that have bright colors hand-painted on. These works are done in series, and common themes include race, politics, sex, murder, religion, and death. Their work has been shown all over the world, too. Gilbert and George, through their sculpture lifestyle, work to reach beyond the tight confines of the art world and so have taken on the slogan, Art for All. They use their art to communicate to the viewer and to explain the human condition.